Welcome back to Carrow Road, and we've got some bad news for West Ham United fans because Alvin Martin hasn't come out for the second half. A very capable defender is his replacement, Ray Stewart. And the captain's armband is passed to Tony Gale. Alvin Martin, who's feeling the effects of a touch of the flu. So one positive note for West Ham is if they do get a penalty, Ray Stewart, who's arguably the best in the league, is back out there to take the responsibility. He's got to take a different sort of responsibility, though, in the centre of that defence, where he has played before, although, of course, most notably a full-back. Here's Devonshire. Touch from Rossini. Devonshire linking up with him. Ince, who likes to shoot from distance, and not a bad effort. Gunn was able to smother it. Goalkeepers don't like shots which arrive on the bounce. And he got his body down behind it. And although Rossini was charging in, hoping that the ball would ricochet off Gunn's body, it didn't. Well, they'd like to see a Norwich goal, and there is one reason here at Carrow Road for applauding that. They have the most charming song called On the Ball City, almost as old as A Christmas Carol, and it's not tainted by any cynicism. I wonder whether we'll hear that before the 90 minutes has elapsed. Brady. On from Putney. Stewart tussling in with Fleck. Two competitive Scotsmen together. There is a feeling in football that the First Division is very evenly matched, but Fleck trying to steal a yard on West Ham and steal a goal that might mean 3 points and take them to the top against the side which will stay at the bottom unless they win here by a massive margin. And suddenly, from playing it around the midfield, they found a more incisive ball for Fleck to chase.
Yes, it was a terrific run by Robert Fleck. He's so strong in those areas and so quick. There's nothing much a defender can do about that, Martin. When he takes off like that and goes on one of those runs, there's no defender in the world can stop him.
And it was a run that not only used his natural speed, but his speed of thought as well, to get on the blind side of the defender initially and then power away.
But having got there, really should have hit the shot on target.
Yes, it's a match that's so far been let down by the quality of finishing, not by the approach work. Norwich have scored in every league game this season except one, the last home game against Arsenal. They've got a corner, forced by Gordon. Product of the Norfolk area, Dale Gordon. First came to light as a schoolboy international, played at Wembley. Feeling a little deeper this time. Rosario. Well, he's got all the physical attributes at 6'4", Robert Rosario. And I wonder there whether that's the first sign, Trevor, that Alvin Martin's going to be missed.
Well, it's a bitter blow to West Ham because, as you saw there, Rosario, a good 5 inches above Ray Stewart. It's difficult for Ray to handle him because, obviously, lacking in height, and Rosario being so strong in the air, it would cause most defenders trouble.
Rosario. And Stewart was able to get it to safety. A crowd of 17,500 here at Carrow Road. Most of them hoping that Norwich City can break through. Putney looking to set up Townsend. Fleck busy again. And Bowen is free. Townsend right in there. Rosario, play on, says the referee. Crook. Might play Norwich to throw in a few more high balls now without Alvin Martin, and McKnight had to come for this one. And Norwich will be urging Rosario to throw himself at everything, however painful it might be. Kelly. West Ham have won only 3 First Division games this season, 2 of them away at Wimbledon, and then a tremendous result for them at Millwall. Rossignol against Phelan, and it was a terrific save by Gunn at full stretch. Rossignol took the shot a little early, perhaps. And it was a good idea. It certainly had the goalkeeper really show off the full extension of his leap. And Alan Devonshire takes the corner for West Ham. Gale waiting by the near post. Kelly right in, trying to distract the goalkeeper. Rossignol, marked by Rosario. Devonshire again. Away by Culverhouse.
Excellent save there by Brian Gunn in the Norwich goal. I think if we could see that again, the ball was actually deflected, which made the save even better.
Took a little flick off Phelan. And Gunn still came up with the answer. Senior shot just flicking off the knee of Michael Phelan, and Brian Gunn really clawing it away. Gordon chasing, McKnight is committed, and Norwich have a real chance, and Gordon has scored! How did he squeeze it in from there? And what will McKnight think about it? So smiles on the Norwich City bench, although not from the coach, Dave Williams, and certainly not from West Ham's viewpoint. Did McKnight have to go? But Gordon got round him and found the perfect shot. Trevor.
Well, Norwich would be delighted with that, because first of all we saw a great pass from Rosario, a tremendous finish from Gordon from a really acute angle, but really Alan McKnight would be disgusted with that because he made the wrong decision. He had no need to come, and by him coming there, he made Gordon's mind up for him. If he had stayed in his goal, Gordon could have only put a cross in.
Here's Brady. Norwich in full cry. Crook. West Ham rocking, not just at conceding a goal, but at the nature of the goal. So Gordon was able to fasten on to Rosario's perceptive pass. And goalkeeping mistakes are always ones that are likely to be the most conspicuous. And I think there's one here that Alan McKnight will have to live with. So, another statistic down to the name of Dale Gordon. His third league goal of the season, his fourth overall. And another little jog towards the memory of Bobby Robson. Gordon, who got past the charging Alan McKnight. McKnight, who showed such potential with Celtic, although he couldn't command a regular first-team place, which is why he moved to West Ham. And still relatively young in terms of experience, and goalkeeping is a learning process. And he's got a long career, I'm sure, ahead of him in the game. But just to go back to Dale Gordon, he got into trouble on an England under-20 tour, broke a curfew, and served a suspension from international football. But that has been wiped off now. The slate is clean. And this new slimline Dale Gordon has come up with a goal here which might steer Norwich City back to the top of the First Division. Devonshire, the gauntlet thrown down to West Ham United. The header out from Phelan. Kelly, Ince. And just wondering about the punter, who's hoping to win £250,000 if this finishes 1-1. Paul Ince's shots had been a yard either side. 1-1 might have been the scoreline. Chested off beautifully by Kelly, great set-up play. But if anything, Ince hit it too well. Townsend. And Fleck had to check to avoid going offside. In fact, he was offside in any case, but he couldn't chase on. The goal has opened the game up. And it's filled Norwich City with confidence. Just a little nervy in the first half on their big day in front of the national audience.
I was only thinking, Martin, up until the goal, although there's 19 places difference between the two teams, if anything, West Ham looked the more confident.
Well, certainly the old hands like Brady and Devonshire coping with the particular pressures of this type of match, perhaps better than the less experienced Norwich counterparts. But Brady now has got to try and unlock the Norwich defence. Good strong play by Culverhouse. The senior may have spoken out of turn. A lecture, but not a caution.
I think one of the reasons why Norwich have got so many away wins because they are a particularly good team at counter-attacking. And at the moment, West Ham pushing forward, it will certainly suit Norwich now.
Crook with the free kick. Rosario jumping with Stewart. Players from both sides appealing, but the decision is a goal kick. Alan McKnight is in competition at Upton Park with Tom McAllister and Phil Parkes. Indeed, Tom McAllister travelled with the team for this game as cover. Rosario beating Stewart. Here's Townsend. Here's two for Norwich City. certainly wonder that time whether Rosario would have got that first header down had Martin been there. He won the ball cleanly, and Townsend, who's been breaking forward in an eye-catching way from midfield, did it this time to devastating effect.
Well, Townsend certainly deserves to score that goal. From the very, very first minute, he's been making these runs through, and there's been no stopping him. He deserves that.
It's a happy tune from the Canaries now. 2 goals in 7 minutes. And Townsend, the man for the big occasion, we said at the outset. Winners at Manchester United and at Liverpool. And the goal here that will stabilise the Norwich City position in this game. Just got the first touch to it. And there was no real chance for McKnight this time. He was left exposed. He came from Southampton just before the season started. And he certainly picks his moments to score.
The terminology in football, Martin, for a run like that is third man running, and we saw that at his best there. Rosario with a good flick on to Fleck. He held it up, waited for the third man to come, and there was Townsend through and finished it in good style. Excellent goal.
And it's really a style that West Ham have made their trademark over the last 20 years or so. So often they get the third man in. Much more satisfactory now for Norwich City, but at the other side of that dugout, West Ham will feel that they've been a little cruelly hit by Alvin Martin's illness, conceding 2 goals since his departure at half-time. Paris. Oh, well held. Great handling by Brian Gunn, who's hoping to force his way into Andy Roxburgh's plans with Scotland. Gordon. Well, it didn't go out. And Fleck forced the goalkeeper into another save. Well, Devonshire and company trying to lift the spirits of the Hammers. Bowen's tackle. And it's beginning to look as though the Pools panel sat very wisely yesterday and predicted this as a home win. They'll be happy. The gentleman who had £250,000 riding on a 1-1 draw here, less so. It's Brady. West Ham have got to gamble now. Brady to take the free kick. Dickens jumping for it. Collected by Paris. And Gordon can counter-attack here. Fleck is to his left. Beautifully found. But the linesman has the final say. But Trevor, it just proved the point you were making about how it will suit Norwich even more now.
Yes, they're playing now as if they're the away team, because it suits them very much. West Ham have to come forward in search of a goal, and Norwich are just hitting them on the break all the time. Well, Was it offside?
Very close.
But when you haven't scored for 8 games like Robert Fleck has, that's what happens.
It might not be the last chance he has in this game. Although Norwich are warming up their substitutes, and Alan Taylor in particular will be bursting to get on. Here's Potts. Bowen. Crook. Here's Devonshire. Kelly peeling away to the left. Intercepted by Culverhouse. West Ham losing some of their shape now. Townsend. Well, they haven't been pressured all season into giving the ball away too much, Norwich. They're quite happy to take an extra touch in midfield and play the football the way they want it played. Fleck. You mentioned his lack of goals recently, Trevor. He's also the penalty taker, and would you believe it, Norwich City haven't had a penalty all season, so he can't even tick along like that. Offside. Clean sheet possibly on the way here for Brian Gunn. It's certainly been an active afternoon for the home goalkeeper. Gordon. Paul Ince, who will be suspended for the 2 games over the next weekend. So West Ham, who played Charlton in a particularly crucial match on Saturday, finding problem mounting upon problem. And it's never been their way to complain to publicly about their difficulties. They just get on with the job at Upton Park. It's a mountainous job for the players out here at Carrow Road. Devonshire. "20 minutes left. Norwich City 2, West Ham 0. Here's Potts. Senior wanting an early cross. Potts supplying it. And only finding the head of Linnigan, helped on by Crook. Rosario, who's shown some good touches on the ground. And Gordon and Norwich really relaxing now and playing to their capabilities. And trying to give West Ham a chasing over the time that remains. Dickens. Ince trying to construct something with the help of Brady, and now Potts. And West Ham, through Rossinier, trying to capitalise on the cross. Potts again. Free header down from Rossinia. Kelly. It's a penalty. A push on Kelly. And West Ham now have some hope, and they'll be pleased that they've got Ray Stewart on. Norwich were caught out, first of all, by the amount of room they allowed Rossinia to knock the ball down. And then it was Phelan who caught Kelly right under the nose of the referee. Norwich do feel they've been harshly done by penalty decisions against them this season. They're on the wrong end of another one. And Ray Stewart with such a superb record from the spot. You can see why. Unstoppable. 2-1. Powered into the corner. And Ray Stewart, by my reckoning, has now scored 84 goals in League and Cup for West Ham. As a defender, that is simply extraordinary. And most of them have been penalties. Rossinia. West Ham really with something to bite on now. Trevor, I must say, from our angle up here, we were a bit masked by Michael Phelan's positioning there, but there did seem to be some contact on Kelly.
Yes, I would think it was a little bit unnecessary, really, because I didn't feel that Kelly would have scored, but I think it was the right decision, because there was certainly no protest from the Norwich defenders.
Here's Ince. It's a different game now. Kelly. No, he was the culprit that time. Fleck going beyond Rosario. In fact, Tony Gale bundled into the back of Robert Rosario. Rosario with the header from Crook's free kick. And he appreciated the ball in. West Ham just making sure they were concentrating at the back, but they still allowed Rosario to get there first. And the mood within Carrow Road has changed dramatically. The home supporters suddenly getting anxious. And it looked as though it was going to be something of a carnival at Christmas. West Ham are looking to make their second substitution. Kevin Keane waiting for the right moment. And the ball goes out of play. This may be the time. It's going to be Alan Dickens to be replaced. Kevin Keane of good footballing stock. All the viewers will remember his father, Mike, a great servant at Queen's Park Rangers. So Keane's arrival with 15 minutes to go. Potts can detect the anxiety in the crowd again. Stewart. Gale. And went in bravely because Putney had raised the boot then. No need to stop the play as West Ham still have the ball. Hoping to put it to good use to continue the comeback. The free kick's gone against them now.
With Keane coming on, they've slightly changed the tactics, West Ham. Rather than play 4-4-2, they've now gone to a 4-3-3 system.
Actually, Trevor, it's the same position that you found yourself in your game yesterday at Aston Villa. You got the goal back to make it 2-1, and obviously from the West Ham viewpoint the confidence floods through then.
And that's right, West Ham have gambled slightly by bringing on Keane, fresh legs, and they're looking for a bit of inspiration from him. But with him going to a wide position, that's allowed Liam Brady to take on a more central role now.
Gale. Here's Rossinia. And Gunn won't get there. Kelly might, but not when he wanted to get there. Hint of relief about the smile from Gunn. And suddenly Norwich City looking very nervous. Here's Rossinia. It was a testing ball across the face of Gunn's goal. Now Brady, players to his left, including Paris, and then Devonshire beyond him. Through the centre, Rossinia. Kelly. Only Rosario upfield, and you can see he's tracking back now. Well, it's a game that's lasted the distance because the possibilities here that West Ham could level it up and spoil the Norwich Christmas, or that the way Norwich have played in the second half, they might find space to gallop away to seal the victory with a third goal. Rosario. He's still full of battling. Gale. Rossinia's offside. Here's Crook. And McKnight almost getting too close to his own player there, Paris. There wasn't much distance between the two of them at the end of it, but this time it was safe enough for West Ham. Milligan happy to play it back. Rosario's flick. Just won't drop where Robert Fleck wants it. Brady. Beyond Bowen, beautifully played for David Kelly. Hit Phelan. Stretching to boot it away was Ian Crook. And a good tackle by Putney. A telling tackle on Potts, who had a lot of room to move into had he got away with the ball then. Stewart. All credit to West Ham. They looked out of it, 2-0 down, 2 goals conceded in 7 minutes, at a crucial stage in the second half. The captain, Alvin Martin, off, ill. And he wouldn't bet against an equaliser. Stewart. Rossinia, who's becoming more and more of a handful for Norwich. Wasn't the best pass he's played, though. Devonshire has competed well to win it back. Paris. Gale always prepared to link up further forward. George Paris as well. The flag has stayed down. West Ham have a corner. Paris leaves it to Devonshire. Gale well beaten by Linnigan. It was a terrific defensive header. Norwich tried to push out, although they didn't do it too quickly. Brady running free.
Martin, the Norwich players have put a lot of effort into this game, and they haven't made a substitution as yet, and I would think that now David String is seriously considering pulling someone off to put a pair of fresh legs on.
Phelan. Smuggled away by Putney. Rosario. Phelan stopped by Stewart. Norwich still pushed into their own half of the field. Ince. Stewart trying to roll it into the feet of Kelly. The crowd wanting more from the home side. They're sitting back at the moment and letting West Ham come to them. Gale doing just that. Involved again. Brady. Rossinia and Keane in the middle. And Phelan, that was a difficult ball to deal with on the stretch, facing your own goal. Paris. A lot of room, though, for Mark Bowen. And Norwich had plenty of players to their right. Bowen involved again. Fleck lets it run on for Crook, and possibly it wasn't the right decision, because West Ham are now back. Townsend. Ooh, that was very well hit, as Tony Gale would know, because he blocked it. Rossinia. Keane. And just when Norwich had spare players in the attack, have they got enough players back? Potts is in there, who's never scored a league goal. Well, Butterworth on the left, and Alan Taylor continue to warm up. We're into the last 5 minutes. And if Norwich do go top at the end of this, they'll have worked very hard for it. And enough signs from the way West Ham have responded to suggest that they might be up to the battles that they've got ahead of them over the rest of the season. Gordon. Crook is offside. scored 20 goals in 6 cup ties this season, but only 15 in almost 18 First Division games. And they nick another one here, which would mean a lot to them. Wouldn't take them off the bottom, but it would be a barometer of the spirit in the club, the fighting spirit. Putney. There's Fleck. And it's Putney through the centre, and possibly the legs a little bit tired in any case. He's a bubbly character, Trevor Putney, and he saw the funny side of it. Keane. Trevor, it's been a game of ebbs and flows, but it's decision time in your role as adjudicator for Barclays Man of the Match.
Yes. Well, I've been very impressed with Liam Brady for West Ham, but I think there can only be one winner today, and that's for Norwich, and that's Andy Townsend.
And he's put so much into it that he goes off for the 3 minutes that remain. And this is purely a defensive move. Townsend, the raider from midfield, is replaced by Butterworth, the defender, to try and just shore things up for Norwich City. Ian Butterworth, a regular for most of the season until he lost his place through illness. He started at Anfield. So Michael Phelan back in midfield. Ince, it's opened up. Paul Ince, a brilliant run. Had that ended in a goal, I think we'd have worn the videotape out showing it to you again and again. A tremendous show of enterprise. In the end, he just lost his way, although he still managed to get in the shot. Brady. Anxious times these for Norwich City. Gale, everyone but McKnight in the Norwich half. And the team that will lead the First Division, if the scoreline stays the same, are hanging on against the bottom club. Second half really to enjoy and to indicate, although it's been difficult for Norwich in the last 15 minutes, that they're worthy of what the league table shows they've achieved so far this season. Achievements, of course, as Kenny Dalglish and George Graham are quick to point out, that really don't count for anything except a bit of prestige. Trevor, it's very open and it's a really leading question, but do you see Norwich as good enough to win the championship?
Well, the only game I've missed this season actually was against Norwich here, so it's the first time I've seen them live and I've been very impressed. But I've said all along that I think Liverpool win the championship, with Arsenal their most serious challengers. But I honestly think that Norwich can sustain this challenge and stay amongst the leaders.
And West Ham, can they stay in the First Division?
Well, they've certainly played their part in a good game here today. It's going to be difficult for them, but there's a long way to go in this season.
Norwich City return to the top of the First Division. 2 goals in 7 minutes at the outset of the second half from Dale Gordon and man of the match, Andy Townsend. Then the scare with the penalty, with Phelan bringing down Kelly, rammed in by Ray Stewart. But Norwich have beaten West Ham by 2 goals to 1. We'll take a short break.